Hello, good evening. Good evening, students. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, students, how are you all? How are you all? How are you all?
Doing great, ma'am. What about
Doing,
you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, guys, let's just wait for 5 minutes or 2 minutes more for others as well to join. Yeah, let's just wait for 5 minutes. Yeah, I can see a lot of students have joined in. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Students, can you please confirm me whether am I audible and visible?
You are audible, but
You are audible but
Okay,
not
I'm
visible.
visible. Yeah, let's just switch it on again. Now maybe
yes, ma'am.
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
okay. But students, I can't see any one of you. Oh, oh yeah, I can see Karthik.
Good evening.
Good evening, Isha. Good evening, Pranav.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Disha. Good evening, Abhishek. Good evening, Saud, Khushi, Abhishek, Janvi, Shushmita, Hetiksha, Sani, Aditya, Antra. Oh, hey, Abhishek. Yeah. Hi, Mustafa. So, yes, how was yesterday's session? Yeah, good evening, guys. Good evening, Mohammed, Kev. Good evening, Mitali. Good evening, Riva. Hey, Riva, this is the first time I'm seeing your name, it seems. Riva, yeah. Good evening, Sneha. Good evening, Paras. Yeah, so I can see a lot of students have already joined in. But yeah, I can. Last session was outstanding. Oh God, that's so nice. Yeah, it was great. Okay, I want more chats. Yeah, I'm just looking into chats. Yeah, everyone was understanding it the way we were going ahead with. And please tell me, yeah, guys, okay, whether the sessions that I'm taking it, is it slow or is it fast or is it comfortable? Yeah,
I'm as comfortable.
it's comfortable. Yeah, for everyone. That's really nice. Yeah, that's really nice because, yeah. Okay. Oh God, Karthik is writing that I was enjoying myself to the fullest. Oh, like seriously, Karthik? Oh God, Karthik. First of all, you're sitting, I don't know, in the Havra Bridge or where? I don't know. So that's why I think Abhishek has changed his background. Yeah, Abhishek? You got to know. Yeah, yeah. No, no, guys, yeah. You know, the more we enjoy, yeah, the more we learn. This is what even I feel. Because in the initial perspective, or like the initial point, if I'm feeling that the subject or syllabus is going to get boring, then the things won't work well. Yeah, definitely. There is a long way to learn. There is a long way to learn. There is a long way to go ahead. So need not worry, guys. We are definitely going to have a lot of fun. And from today, we will be just starting it with a lot of questions also. So fine, it's going to be good. I can see Ria has raised. Riva, you have raised your hand.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, yeah.
Sorry I could not attend yesterday's lecture because I'm shifting houses, so I'll be very on and off. But just this week alone, I promise, and I will make up for all the lectures.
Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, Riva, try to, I can say basically take the lectures together because there will be certain point of time, yeah, that in case if you're missing on something, then the other lecture will be like a continuous one. So maybe that can be a reason, yeah.
Was yesterday's too new or something that I need to keep in mind, or was it just an introduction?
And no worries, no worries, no worries. That things will be good. Things will be good, yeah.
Oh,
You'll be
thank you.
catching it up soon, yeah. Okay. Yes. Cool, cool. Yes. Chalo, I think yeah, we can just revise. Let's see the answers. Okay. Okay. Guys, in Karthik, you are going to Chandragrahan and coming back, yeah? You are the he's like continuously
I was
changing it.
checking if I can clear my background, but that moon came
The
out, so
moon came and all, yeah. Actually, I have all the students in front, yeah. So if someone changes, yeah, it is like visible to me promptly. That's great. Yeah, he's trying to enjoy. He's trying to go to Galaxy as well, yeah, today. ठीक है चलेगा चलेगा fine. Janvi, not only you, somebody else is also studying with you, right? Hmm. Yeah, the behind Teddy, I think he's more interested, yeah. He's literally more interested. Cool, cool, cool. Fine. Okay. So guys, in UK, what is the tax year? The tax year starts from which to which?
6th to 5th.
6 to 5.
6 to 5.
It's
Yeah,
April
6th
12
April to
for you.
5th April, exactly. Now, students, is it possible for me to file a return paper-based and online, or is it something only one?
We
You
can
can file
Both? Okay, if it is paper-based, yeah. Can you please tell me what is the due date by which you need to file the return, yeah?
31 of
31st, 2024.
31st of
2024.
October, yes. And if it is online, then what is the due
31st
date?
January.
31st January 2025.
Yes, 31st Jan 2025. Correct, 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 correct. So I think yeah, everyone knows it. That's really nice. Now, guys, can you please tell me what is the main like what are the 4 different types of taxes? Like we had now progressive and something like that. That 4 points. Like what are the names of the 4 points?
progressive,
Progressive,
regressive, proportional,
regressive, professional.
And
Ad
ad
valorem.
valorem.
Okay, okay, okay. That's really great. That's really great. So I can sense like most of the students are knowing the things. Okay. Now, under the tax, yeah, we know that there are 2 types of tax. There is a direct tax, there is an indirect tax. Okay. In the direct tax also, guys, we have 2 bifurcations. There can be capital tax and as well as revenue tax. Okay. So can you please name what are the 2 capital taxes that we have learned?
Capital gain and
Capital gains tax and
Capital gains
inheritance
tax, it's IHT, exactly. And when it comes to revenue tax, it can be income tax and NIC also. Yeah. And indirect tax is VAT. Yeah. So all those concepts, so we have studied it. Yeah. So yeah, let's. Okay, Mustafa is also joined. I think Neha has also joined just now. So I can sense it out. A lot of students have joined in. So we can just go ahead. Yeah. Shall we? Shall we proceed further? Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'll just pin myself. Okay. Yeah. Let's move ahead. Okay. Moving ahead to the concept that yesterday we have not yet touched is guys the pay system. So guys, do you remember what was pay? Pay?
to whom which we pay.
No, I
Pay
told you
as you
pay.
earn.
Yeah, it's like TDS, but I told you, you remember? Pay as you earn. Yeah, let's say for example, sometimes the employer deducts some percentage of my salary and he gives me the remaining part. Okay, the employer cuts some amount of the salary from my actual income, and that amount now he has to, or the employer has to contribute it to the government. So guys, that's known as PAYE, that is pay as you earn, is a system used for collecting income taxes and NICs at the source itself. So I tell you guys, TDS, tax deducted at source from the earnings paid to employees. Let's say, for example, I was supposed to get 10,000 pounds, but let's say my 10 percentage tax needs to be deducted. Now, can you please tell me, in my hands, as an employee, how much will I earn?
9,000.
Actually, you'll say, ma'am, you will earn full 10K, but you will receive only 9K. Exactly. And 1,000, 1K will be automatically given to HMRC. Now, by the end of the year, an individual, an employee, if I'm an employee, if I don't file the return, let's say I forgot to file the return. So what happened? Already HMRC has this much tax already, because the employer has already given. Ab kya hua? For example, I said ki no, I have made a lot of tax avoidance, tax planning, due to which this much should not be my tax liability. So I'll calculate my income on the self-assessment basis. On that part, I will take my income from employment as 10,000. Okay, 10,000. And that I would like to calculate my tax liability. For example, my tax liability turns around to be only 800 pounds. Then guys, you will say, okay, ma'am, already 1K is given to government. So what will happen, guys? 200 pounds, guys, you will get a refund from government. Okay. Everyone understood the concept, yeah?
Yes.
Now let's say you are filing a return on 31st Jan and the employer have deducted so early. Yeah. As in when he was giving you salary. Let's say he have deducted 6 months back only. Already 6 months prior. So guys, don't you think from your end, your 200 refund is already been early paid to government? Like he's having extra na, for 6 whole months he's having extra, right? So guys, HMRC will also give us some kind of interest on the refund also. Yeah, that's all we are going to learn. But I'm just trying to create a concept. Everyone understood? Yes? Not in whole sense, but even if half you understood, it's pretty fine. Yeah, we have a questions for that. Easy? Okay, so pay as you earn is a system where collecting income tax and NIC is also at the source of the employee's earning. All the employment income earnings are used to calculate under this PAYE. So guys, all the employers are required to deduct the correct amount of tax, and they have to make it the payment to whom? They'll pay to HMRC. And you know what? By which date? Yes. All the employers are required to pay the tax and the pay on 22nd of every month on behalf of employee. Employee will not go and pay to government. Rather, employer will cut the amount and employer will pay by the end of 22nd of every month. Please remember the date. Yeah, please remember the date. Now here, non-cash taxable benefits. Now you will be wondering, like, what is the meaning of non-cash taxable benefits? See, always the employer will not give you cash. Sometimes he gives you car to travel, yeah, from your place to some other way or something like that, or reimbursement other than in cash. So guys, in that case, if it's a non-cash taxable benefit, which is provided by the employer, guys, they also have to tell it to the HMRC by the end of the tax year in certain P11D form for each employee. Now, guys, there are certain forms, okay, certain forms. That is P11 is what, guys? P11 means summary of any benefits which employer gives to employee. Employer is giving it to employee. Employer gives to employee. And guys, by what time they have to tell it to HMRC? They will tell it by the end. End of what? Provided by the 6th July following the tax year. Following the tax year means what? 6th July. Let's say this year, my let it get end on 6th April 23 till 5th April 24, right? It's getting ended, guys. Then by the end, so when to tell to HMRC, guys? By 6th July 2024, we have to tell it to our HMRC. Employer will say, Okay, these are certain benefits which are not in tax, which are not in cash, but we have given it to the employees. So guys, it's nothing other than, but I have to just tell you to learn these dates, nothing else. Okay, easy. Okay. Now guys, there is some P60. You don't have to learn. There is some form P60, which you have to tell it to the HMRC. Year-end summary. Till what? 5th April, no. Here, till 31st May 2024, you all have to inform. And guys, provide it to employees when they get a leave or when they leave. P45, not every year. Huh? When an employee leave, at the time also I have to tell it to HMRC ongoing with the staff changes. Not at all important. Not at all important. So what can be important is this only. Yeah. So guys, if you want to make a note, please write it, please write it, please write it. And just read it. Tell me if you have any doubts. See, when you turn your cams on, yeah, how much nicely I can see all that you all are writing it. So I can better understand. Yeah, that's good.
Ma'am, can you explain P11D?
Sorry, Bacha, what?
Can you explain P11D again?
P11D. Yeah. P11D means what, you know? See, in this case, when it is pay, right? When it is PAYE, okay? When it is PAYE, pay, right? At the time, employer have to cut some amount and give it to government. True? So in this case, let's say my employer has given me some kind of non-cash benefits. Non-cash benefits. Bacha, so if it is non-cash benefits, yeah, on that amount, what will he pay tax? In that case, if he is not paying any kinds of taxes on that non-cash taxable benefits, non-cash, or any kind of benefit, then he will tell it to HMRC, the summary, by the end of 6th July. So this is the due date by which you have to notify it to HMRC. Okay, Baba, these are the benefits which I have given it to my employees. Okay. Now, you might feel confusions and all, but guys, see, all this, what are the benefits and all, you will be learning in the employment income. In that, we have what is cash benefits, what is non-cash benefits. So you can correlate at the time nicely.
Ma'am, are these dates important?
As you guys are not in ATX, but in tax, when it comes to MCQ, yes. Many a times they are asking you the due dates. Guys, this is nothing. I'll show you one thing. Battao ek mast cheez. Guys, see this. Can you see? Yes. This much dates, if you would have remembered, you never would have got any kind of breakups, right? Yeah. But yeah, definitely guys, you have to remember.
Ma'am, we have to remember all these dates which you
Not
showed
really.
just-
Not really. But I'll tell you what are the most important dates. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not hard. It's not hard. Tell me, till now, did you figure it out anything hard?
No.
Till now, did you find it
No.
out nothing? Oh, so there also it was a recap. Yeah. It's a summarization of everything. That's all. Yeah. You will get it. You'll learn it. You'll learn it. Definitely you'll learn it.
What's the difference between year-end summary and summary of benefits?
Okay, in summary of benefits, in summary of benefits, it's only non-cash taxable benefits, only non-cash. Year-end summary, it can include whatever is being provided to the employee. Okay, provided to the employee. You have to provide it to the employee. Okay, provided to the employee by 31st of the May. That's all. Nothing much will come. The only end part is important. Yeah. Which you have to notify to the HMRC. Cool then? Easy?
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Okay. Shall I move ahead? Yes. Now, guys, have you heard the word claim? Or if yes, can you think about it? Where have you heard the word claim? Claim.
Insurance claim.
What?
Insurance claim.
What is it? Insurance claim?
Covering the damages from insurance company.
Correct. Every now and then will you claim? You will say no, ma'am. As and when if the thing happens, yeah, if there is any loss, and if I'm issuing it, then I can recover it. So here also, guys, a claim can be made to HMRC for relief, allowances and repayment, etc. Means, see, if you want something from insurance company, you ask a claim. Yeah, this is a claim. Please pass the claim, right? Mediclaim. Yeah, insurance claims. So here also, guys, I have to claim something from HMRC. Claim, give regarding. See, if a person have got hurt, we have to give him a relief. So guys, here also, an individual who has paid sometimes extra tax, or if an individual can get some benefits from HMRC, some allowances from HMRC, they have to make a claim. And a simple year, if you can learn, they can mostly make a claim within 4 years. Now, what it is, I'll tell you. Something which is very common, I'll tell you, yeah. So a claim can be made to HMRC. Okay, please, HMRC, see. HMRC, you can see, na, okay, this is what we have already paid extra tax. We have already repaid something. This is the allowances you all can give us. This is the relief that that the HMRC can give us. Now, you have the whole chapter which talks about what are the kinds of allowances, reliefs and all. So please don't worry. This chapter, just go it blankly. Okay, just go it blankly. Just try to get an overview. That's enough. Yeah. When making a claim, guys, the amount of claim needs to be definitely proper. Huh? Okay, this is the amount that HMRC you have to pay to us. Now, mostly what happens, mostly in maximum cases, claims are for overpayment relief. Means what? When an assessment, okay, when an assessment is excessive due to an error or mistake in a return, the taxpayer can ask claim. The claim needs to be made within 4 years from the end of the year. For example, if my year ends on which date? 6th April 23 till 5th April 24, then within 4 years. Means 25, 26, 27, 28. So 5th April 28 that you have to ask a claim ke baba, this was a mistake, we paid extra. For example, I'll tell you, bacha. For example, yeah, let's say you were going to show your income as 100,000 pounds. But there is one single mistake. You know what? Instead of 1, if it is 5 written, that means you would have paid extra tax, right? And you got to know. Then you can ask from HMRC. Okay, if you want to ask, see, 10 years back, what happened? No, don't ask. If you want to ask, within 4 years, ask. Yeah, within 4 years. The claim can be made within 4 years. So within 4 years from the end of the period, you can make a claim. In case if you have made an error or mistake in return, then a taxpayer can ask for the overpayment. If a taxpayer has overpaid something extra to the HMRC, if they want to take it back, they can ask within a period of 4 years from the end of the current year. Understood? Yes? Sure, short?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now, claim for earlier year. Earlier means today I'm sitting here. I got to know, oh shit, something would have happened in previous something. So guys, claim for earlier years most of the time includes a claim for loss relief. Means what? In the last year, I have incurred a loss. And today I'm getting to know, oh, that loss which I have earned now, or the loss which I have incurred now last year, in the current year I'm having profit. Okay. Can I adjust that loss and profits? Guys, yes. If I'm doing business, okay, if I'm doing business, last year I'm having, let's say 500,000 loss. In the current year, if I'm having a profit of, let's say 300,000, guys, I need not pay tax on 300,000. I can carry it forward and I can adjust it. I can adjust my losses. That is what you will be learning it. Yeah, definitely you will be learning it. I'm just trying to make it easy. So if I'm having any kinds of loss relief now, okay, I can adjust it carrying forward. Basic rule is that if I want to claim that now, I can claim it in the later year. It can be made in the later year when there is a profit, or it is calculated on the tax liability of the earlier years. And the loss relief claimed is used in the later year to reduce the tax liability. Easy. For example, in the PY, hey guys, what is PY? Previous year. Huh? In the previous year, let's say I was having a loss of 20,000 pounds. Okay. Guys, current year I'm having a profit of 30,000 pounds. So normally if I pay tax on 20%, it will be more. But what I thought, no, let's claim it. Let's minus it. So not 30 minus 20, only on 10,000, I would love to pay 20%. That's what the loss relief reduces the tax liability in the later years. Everyone understood? See, all these things now, you can write it in a shorter note. Yeah, in your books. This is any which ways to be learnt. Yeah, fine. Nobody ask much. ठीक है. Any kinds of doubt? Abhishek, Aditya, Antara, Arundhati. Arundhati have joined now. Binyamin,
No, ma'am.
Disha, Haritika, Karthik, Khushi. Khushi, I'm seeing you for the first time, it seems. Okay, yeah. So oh God, we don't even realize. If I see the time, I feel, oh God. Guys, please don't see the watch. Yeah. I can't even think about it. Like half an hour is already over. I just can't take it. Oh God. I feel like I have just explained only this much. That's enough. That's all. Yeah. Guys, now. Guys, can human make mistake? You will say, yes, ma'am, 100%. Ma'am, we are born to make mistake, right? And we love to make mistakes. Yeah. I would definitely. So guys, what will happen? Once return file gone? No, guys. If I want to change, yes. An individual can amend the tax return within a period of 12 months of Jan filing date. Means, see, now try to learn. My current year will be 23-24 for your exams also. Starts from 6th April 23, ends on 5th April 24. By when can you file the return? What is the last date? Always remember online, huh? Online. By when can you file the return? Jaldi bolo.
31st Jan.
31st and 25. Now, say for example, you made mistake. Hi. Then they're giving you plus 1 year. That means till 31st Jan 2026, you get more 12 months to rectify or basically to amend your tax return. Okay. If you want to change, please change it. It's fine. An individual can amend it. Yes. So this extra 1 year, they gave it. Fine. Easy. Yeah. Chalo. Ha. Now, this you can mark it important. Huh? This many a time in the exam it comes. If you want to make an amendment, plus 1 of the year end. Yeah. Okay. Now, it's something which students don't understand at all. And they try to mug up. Then they try to learn this. Yeah. They would want to by heart it. But guys, in tax now, guys, try not to by heart anything. Yeah. It's that easy. Okay. Have anyone heard the name advanced tax in India? Have anyone heard the name advanced tax in India? Have anyone heard the name advanced tax in India?
Yes, ma'am.
Bacha, what is that, Pranav? Advanced tax?
I listened from my parents that about it, but I
Acha,
didn't
your
know.
parents are paying advanced tax?
I have listened from like something like that. Like I listened from my sister.
We actually
What is your sister
estimate
doing
our
actually?
Ma'am, she is in UK. She's a ACC affiliate.
Okay,
working in
oh, that's
UI.
nice. Okay, Mohammed, you were saying something. Yeah, Mohammed, please say.
we estimate our income for the
Okay.
future, and
Hmm.
then on that we pay a tax to the government in advance.
In
So if we want
advance.
refund, then we can do that.
But is it always for the refund?
Not always for the refund.
Not always for the refund, right? Yeah. Then
Ma'am, is it to avoid like paying lump sum?
is it what?
Like to avoid paying lump sum, like you can pay
Okay, now I'll tell you. Guys, you know what? In India, now I'll tell you first in India. In India, if an individual's tax liability exceeds something extra, yeah. So, you know, government is very smart. Now you just imagine, the whole year you are earning till 5th April 2024, till that day, you are paying it so later. Don't you think you are having so much money extra with you? So government is that, acha, first of all, you are a higher rate taxpayer or your income is more, give us advance tax. Advance tax means what? Government will say, hey, bro, we are not going to wait for you till the year end. No. Calculate some proportion, calculate on the basis of certain thing, pay in advance. Oh God, yeah. In India, we pay 4 times. In a quarterly, we pay 4 times. But that's good. In UK, we don't pay it 4 times. Rather, we only pay it twice. So what that twice it is, I'll just give you one simple understanding. Now, guys, see, I love the dates more. Yeah. So what is our tax year? Starts from, you have to speak, you will go mad in this chapter. Yeah. 6th April 24. Sorry, 6th April 23 till 5th April 24, correct? Till here, Everyone knows it, right? Now, guys, please tell me what is the due date by when you have to file the return? Done and dusted. By when?
31st Jan 25.
31st Jan 25. Means what? After 31st Jan 25, you should not pay any tax. Means उसके पहले सब कुछ pay करना पड़ेगा, right? Though it is advance tax, though it is late tax, this is the end date. Guys, yes. This is the end period. So what government is saying? Acha, you are so rich na. Pay in advance. When pay in advance? There are 2 dates. First, on means before the period gets ended. Before the period gets ended, you need to have some base. Now, what is that base? I'll teach you. You need to have some base. Pay it on 31st Jan 2024 plus 6 months. 31st July 2024. And in case if you have anything balance, pay on this. Oh shit. Yes. Means what? Means what again? Means what? Again, I'm telling you. Guys, when I want to pay in advance, yeah, government said that, HMRC said that, see, you have certain times your income is more. That means to a limit, your liability is also more. So we will not wait till 31st Jan for you all to pay. This is the end data. This is anything if you have balance, pay on that. But you have to pay your first installment or first POA. That is payment on account. Payment on account you will pay on 31st Jan 24. Second POA you pay on 31st July 24. And the balance you will pay on 31st Jan 2025. Now you will say, ma'am, on this date, yeah, and this date, how much will I pay? How much will I pay? Yeah, how much should I pay? See, I have not completely earned the whole year. Whole year is pending. Then how will I understand what can be my income tax? So guys, what do you think? What should be your income tax on that day? What do you think?
Year's income.
Exactly. So what you will do, you will think about it. Previous year, what is the tax that you have paid? So I will just go into a detail. What is the stuff in the previous year? Considering the previous years, 50% liability I will pay here. Oh God. Let's say previous year's liability was 3,600 pounds. So 50% I'll pay here means 1,800 I'll pay here, 1,800 I'll pay here. Then what will happen? On this date, I will get to know that in the current year, my, let's say, real liability of tax was, let's say, 4,800. Then what I will do, guys? Any balance I will pay on this date and I will settle it. Understood? Now, guys, understood everyone? Pakka? Any doubts?
Can you repeat once more?
I'll definitely repeat it once again. Okay. Now what I'll do? I'll just erase everything. Yeah. Let's discuss. Yeah. Let's discuss. Yeah. Let's discuss, guys. See. So guys, my accounting year is which date? My accounting year is from 6th April till 5th April 24, right? Yeah. So I know, guys, what the hell happens by the end of 31st Jan 2025, I have to fully end it, right? So guys, this is 31st Jan 25. So 1 year back means 31st Jan 24 plus 6 months means 31st July 24. So these are the 2 dates, which is known as POA and balance. So on this date, how much will I pay? So you will see, acha. In the previous year, let's suppose the tax liability was 5,000 pounds. Can you please tell me, guys, here how much will I pay? Tell me.
2,500.
2,500. Great. Then here also 2,500. Yes.
Yes.
But guys, let's say in this year, your tax liability was, let's say 6,000 pounds. Then what you will do?
We will pay
Balance of
1,000.
1,000 pounds you will pay and settle it over here. Correct? Everyone understood? No doubts? Pakka?
Ma'am,
Hanji?
on 31st January 24, wouldn't I be paying the taxes for previous year? Like, it's the end date for that also?
Who said this? Pehle mujhe bolo. Who said this?
Mickey.
Mickey? So
Yes.
proud of you. Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. That means what? There is one more thing that you can say, Mickey. On this date, yeah, you
Hmm.
will pay the balance also. And for
And
the next
previous-
year, I will pay the first POA also, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. So you know what? That kind of level is not there in your tax.
Correct.
It's there in your ATX. But ये समझता है मेरे को, समझता है. Yeah, for the next year, this will become my first POA. For the previous year, this will become my end. Simple. I hope everyone understood this.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone. Oh God, huh? Yes, Neha?
Ma'am, it's me, Janvi.
Okay, yeah, Janvi.
Ma'am, what if our current year's tax liability is lesser than the previous year's?
Yes. That is actually not there with you. But now, I'll tell you, they are thoda weird. Yeah, they are weird. Like literally, they are weird. So that comes in your ATX. What they do, they give you choice. What kind of choice, See, that is illogical, I'll tell you. They will say, see the previous year and see the current year. If current year is only 4,000, na, pay here 2,000. But my mind does not work here. From where 4,000? 4,000 wala I will get after this date now. तो मैं यहाँ पे क्यों कब pay करूँ? How can I pay less, right? But guys, this is a drawback which is there, which you will learn in ATX. It's not there for you. So you guys are saved.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
but it should be like that we have already paid 2,500 in the first installment, but later on we'll pay 1,500.
Yes. Normally it should happen like that only. Yes. Normally it should happen like that only. But ACCA does not accept this. There is a question. Can I open one question from ATX? Guys, ATX, huh? It's not for tax. It's not for tax. See, can you see these dates? Guys, can you see these dates? Now you will understand each and every date. This is, guys, ATX, huh? Not your tax. Yeah, 31st Jan 24. Don't you think first POA? Guys, our line. Get with our line. 31st Jan 24. Then 31st July 24. And 31st Jan 25. Yeah? You remembered every date? Yes. 31st Jan 24. First POA you will pay. For income tax and class 4 NIC. Income tax and class 4 NIC. That I will teach you. Then on 31st July, I will pay the second POA. Then on 31st October, paper return. Yeah, paper return. Last date. Yeah. Then on 31st Jan 2025, end. Deadline for electronic return, balancing POA, and this is something else, which I will teach you, not right now, in ATX. Yeah. Everyone understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
You were saying, Meena Janvi, I really like that question. Yeah. I'll just show you that same example. I'll show you. Yeah, can you see this? I'll just give you a hint. In the previous year, yeah, this is previous year. Tax payable was 10,000. The guy already paid 6,800. तो उसको balance कितना pay किया होगा? 10,000 minus 6,800. Is it coming to 3,200? Yeah. This is the current year, okay? In the current year, what is his liability, guys? Calculate. 8,000 minus 5,500. Yeah. Is it 2,450? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, if my mind works, the thing which is taught to me is like this. Okay, this ka 50% I have to pay, right? So don't you think it is less the current year? So guys, they have taken an option. Guys, this is based on something. So iska 50% they have calculated, guys. So it's written here that there is an election can be made to calculate. I don't trust this election because this stuff I will get to know after April. And here on 31st Jan, how can I pay this much, guys? Don't you think it's illogical?
Yes, ma'am.
But theek hai. Can't do anything. Yeah, so that's why, yeah, see. So they have made an election choosing the lower. I don't trust because something you're paying on 31st Jan lower. How is it possible? How can you estimate the correct tax liability? It's never going to be possible. Yeah. ठीक है. Okay. I think you all are getting it. Like you guys are very intelligent, yeah. I can sense that you said na brightness and light. Yeah. Seriously, yeah. I really didn't want it to utter till that much. Guys. This batch is like very smart, huh? I got it very nice batch this time. Oh God, I want ranks, huh? This time. Yeah. Expectations are getting higher day by day. आप बोलोगे मैम ये क्या है? But practically, is it possible? Isha, practically it's not possible. People won't do that. No, Isha. Actually नहीं करते.
Yeah,
नहीं.
they can't predict then how will they
Yeah, that's what. Guys, even estimate can't be that true. So that's wrong. Yeah, that's not true. Students, now very important thing. Yeah, you all have to learn it. Guys, this installment parts now, installments, or I can say the POA. POA means payment on accounts, is only and only and only and only and only and only payable in two cases. That is an income tax, for the tax payable in income tax, and class 4 NIC. What is class 4 NIC? Forget about it. Yeah, you will learn when I teach you NIC. But just remember, class 4 NIC, SE pays, self-employed person pays. But this installment matters and all are not applicable for CGT, class 2 NIC and all. Guys, for them, they have to pay only one installment, that is on 31st Jan 2025, end May. Only for them, guys, there is an installment. Yeah. If you want to write it, please note it because it is there in the next page. Yeah. Just note it. Because capital gain taxes and all is not something that you can predict. Not every year it will be there. Even class 2 NIC also not every year. I hope it's easy. Girls and boys, yeah. Understood now, guys? Chalo. Let's try. Guys, in this now, it's only this much explained, but I'm so sure that you will learn it, how to do the questions. Yeah? So see, let's read. Guys, POA, payment on accounts will be two. Which two dates, guys? We know that. 31st Jan 24 and 31st July 24. And the BP, balancing payment, will be on 31st Jan 2025. It will be there for the individual accounts. So I told you which two taxes you have to pay, guys. Always two taxes. That is, guys, income tax and class 4 NICs only. Income tax and class 4 NICs only. Now, guys, how to calculate? Yeah, how to calculate? So previous year you have to think like, what is the tax liability minus, is there anything which they have already paid in the name of PAYE? Then you will get the balance amount. We just saw in that question also. 10,000 minus 6,800, we got the amount, right? Same year. I will calculate in the previous years exceeding any amount of TDS. Then that will be known as RA, relevant amount. So guys, how to calculate that? So they are given the due dates. First POA, 31st Jan 24. Second POA, 31st July 24. Any remaining liability will be settled on 31st Jan 25. So guys, calculation of POA will be 50% of the RA, relevant earning of the previous year. So how to calculate relevant earning? Previous year's tax liability minus any PAYE, I get the relevant earnings. Simple, relevant amount. Tell me any doubts. Just go through it. Just tell me any doubts. I don't find any kinds of difficulty in this. Up till now, comfortable? Just read it. Tax is not hard. Tax is lengthy. Yes. Tax is not hard. It's lengthy. True. Last year student, last year, no, last exam in December, I have not yet got the results, guys. But prior to last quarter, guys, the student have scored the highest marks in, like one of my student have scored the highest mark, and that was 87 marks in tax and 84 marks in ATAX. So yeah, expecting a lot of more marks in your batch. And it's possible, yeah. Chalo. Shall I move ahead? Okay. Now, guys, don't see the answer, try. Mr. John is required to make the POA for the tax year 23-24. His tax liability for the previous year was 4,600, out of which 1,000 was paid as payee. So in the current year, please tell me what is the tax liability? That first POA and second POA, how much he should pay?
1,800.
How much is it?
1800 each.
Yeah. Isha has a doubt? No, no. Yeah. Is it 1800? Everyone got that? So guys, this is the way, huh? You all have to write it. How? So relevant amount will be 3600. That is a liability minus PAYE. And this 3600 I have to bifurcate into 50-50%. So you have to write like on 31st Jan 24, it's 1800. 31st July 24, it's 1800. Sure shot, easy. Simple. Now they have given you the pro forma. Guys, in tax now, you have to learn writing the pro forma. Who was asking me? Section C is difficult. I think if I'm not wrong, it was not Parul also. Parul was only asking me sections. No, Parul was asking me for MCQs. Someone was asking me for section Cs. Guys, these are the pro formas that you'll have to learn. So balancing payment will be due on 31st Jan. So how to calculate that? Guys, now this is the pro forma. See, in the last case, you remember in the question I told you all that, let's say, first POA you paid 1800. Second POA you paid 1800. Let's say guys, your total tax liability is let's say 5000. Can you tell me what is the balancing liability then?
1400.
Why? How did you find it out 1400? So you will say, ma'am, you will take liability, that is total liability. Total means total. Total means total. Total means total. Total means income tax also, class 4 and IC also, class 2 also, and CGT also. That means guys, POA on class 2 and CGT is not possible. Yeah. So in the question, they'll give you direct total liability minus if any kind of pay is there, please minus that. Any kinds of POA. So this also, two POAs minus it. Any balancing will be the balance payment. Okay. Yeah. Guys, I like this answer more accurate. What I think Janvi has asked me. In case the balancing payment is repayment. For example, instead of 5000, if it is only 3000, then 3600 is already cut now. Then HMRC should repay you 600. That is more logical, which I feel. Cool? Easy? Yeah. So guys, do one thing in your notes. If you are having it laptop and all, guys, please write this pro forma. Please write this pro forma. It's an important one. Important pro forma. Ma'am, is the balance POA the next POA? Mohammed, the balance POA will be the first POA for the next year. No, guys. No. Guys, you cannot confuse yourself. No. It's not the next POA. It's the balancing amount. That's all. It's the balancing payment. It's known as BP. Overall payment is known as POA and the balancing one is known as balance payment. So BP. Okay. Yeah. Students make mistake and they forget this line. Yeah. You might forget, huh? And POA is only calculated on income tax and class 4 NIC. POA is calculated. Yes. If everyone is clear, just do revert. We can move ahead then. Everyone, shall we move ahead? Huh? Okay. Chalo. Take 5 minutes. Please don't see answer. I know answer is down for you all. But yeah, please try guys in your rough notebook. Yeah, rough book or sorry, you guys have laptop. Please do it on that only. I would more prefer. Guys, John is required to make the POA for the tax year 23-24. Okay. His tax liability for the previous year is 4600, out of which 1000 he has already paid as a PAYE. Okay. Now, John was now told that his actual tax liability for the current year end is 7000. Please calculate the balance payment and state the due date. Oh, due date also you have to say. Fine. We know that.
3400 and 31st January 25.
Uh-huh. More answers, yeah. 3,400 you said. Yeah. Yeah.
And date also.
Date also 31st Jan, correct? 25? Yes.
Okay.
Try, everyone. Everyone got the same? Okay, Isha is writing 2,400. There are certain other answers also. I'm getting some other answers. Is it 2,400 or 3,400? Think wisely, Isha. Okay. Maximum answers I'm getting is 3,400. Mitali is giving me 2,400. Okay. Whatever answers you all are giving me, I'm not telling you correct or wrong. Just go through this pro forma and tell, is there anything that you have missed on? Oh God, I can't trust. There are multiple answers, guys. Like multiple, no, like only two answers, but there is something 2,400 also and 3,400 also. Those students who are giving me 2,400 is correct. Yeah, Isha, it's correct. But guys, there are certain students who are giving me 3,400. Mickey, can you please tell me how?
Can you show the question?
Yeah. This is the question. This is the answer as well. So guys, he's required to make the payment on POA, right? His tax ability for the previous year was 4,600, out of which 1,000 was collected from the PAYE. Means his liability was 4,600, guys. Okay. His liability was 4,600 and he paid like kuch to be 1,000, right? That means what, guys? That means what? That means what? In the previous year, yeah, whatever the amount was it, guys, out of which he paid like 1,000 was collected from pay for today. So what you will take, guys, here, 7,000, the tax liability, you will minus the PAYE as 1,000. POAs, you will take 3,600, right? 4,600 minus 1,000. So guys, I'll be having a balance of 2,400. And what I feel like maximum students would have, did you know? They would have taken 4,600 minus 1,000. You would have only taken 3,600. But guys, I should take 1,000 also, right? Yeah. So maximum students did 7,000 minus 3,600, if I'm not wrong. So guys, this question can come in your MCQs for 2 marker. And yeah, definitely the balancing due date is going to be 31st Jan 2025. Yeah. Important, huh? This is important question. Might be there. Yeah. Okay. Any doubts?
No.
Yeah, now let's go towards the boring things. Yeah. Yeah. Chalo. I think no doubts. Yeah. Now, guys, everything is properly theoretical, which you have to sometimes learn also. So, guys, yeah, if whatever kinds of information it is, let's say today you are earning an income, yeah. So, whenever you go to a chartered accountant and you tell them, ki, please file a return, whatever you will say, huh? Ki, this is my income. Will they file on that basis? Definitely, they want some hard copy, right? They want some proof, right? At least bank statements they'll ask. So, guys, information and records to be retained by the taxpayer for how much period? So, guys, in order to maintain, yeah, we need to maintain the tax, we need to maintain the records. So, guys, for an individual who is doing a business, guys, if an individual does a business, guys, business means if he is a self-employed person, like he has sale, purchase, trade, etc. vocation, guys, you have to maintain the records for 5 years. 5 years from after 31st Jan 2025. After you file the return, for 5 years you have to maintain. So guys, till which date you will maintain? till 31st Jan 2030 you will have to maintain. So add 5 years, na? Add 5 years, 31st Jan 25 plus 5 years. So guys, till 31st Jan 2023 you have to maintain it. But guys, this is possible only for the people who is doing a business for self-employed person. Okay, easy. 5 years you have to learn it. Yeah, 5 years. So guys, when you do a business, okay, let's say I'm into a trade. So when I'm into a trade, what I'll do, I'll have sale, purchase, expenditure, all the documents and all. So all the receipt, expenses, goods purchased, sold, supporting documents like accounts, book balance, cash balance, vouchers, receipts, everything I will be maintaining it. Okay, everything I'll be maintaining it. Now, if you're not doing a job, if you're not doing a trade, okay, if you're not doing a trade, then you are calculated in the other taxpayers. So guys, other taxpayers have to maintain it how many period? So guys, other taxpayers are likely to have less records. Why guys? Arey yaar, if you just get salary. So I think your bank statement, your form 16 is enough. Yeah, the salary slip is enough. Not much. You will not have much vouchers and all. So you have less records because they are not involving in any activities, business activities. So they normally maintain the records of the income such as dividends, vouchers, some copies of P11. P11D we just now heard. You remember? P60. What was P60? Guys, the whole summary. Yes? And P11D was what? Summary of only that kinds of benefit. Yeah? Non-cash. Yes. And bank statements. You will have to maintain. For how many period? Guys, later of this three. Which are the three things? 12 months after 31st Jan. Means 31st Jan 26. 1 year is over, right? 31st Jan 25 is over. Then you get 1 more year to maintain. Yeah, you have to recap it. Or the date on which the compliance check into the return is completed. Now, you know what, guys? See, today I filed the return. Yeah. If I file the return, is it complete? Is it verified by HMRC? No. They will take some time to process, sometimes to actually have the compliance check. HMRC will check that whether you have calculated the stuff, is it correct or not? Once I got to know an intimation, that yeah, my ITR has been filed, then you throw na, it's okay. Again, they will not issue. And the date on which now it becomes impossible for them to do a compliance check. After 10 years, they cannot do compliance check. So whichever is late, it's fine. Okay. So this is the only limit. Yeah. In your exams, if they can ask, they'll ask you about the self-employed person. That at least you need to maintain it for 5 years. Yeah. At least you maintain it for the period of 5 years. At least you need to maintain it for a period of 5 years. Just go through it once. Karthik, you're not enjoying today, it seems. Why no, Karthik?
No, ma'am, I'm enjoying, but just theory stuff is not my cup of tea. So I am really focusing hard.
Seriously? Theory is not your cup of tea?
No, I am a more of a number guy.
Oh, so from the next chapter, you're going to love basics of competition.
I'm waiting for that only.
Yeah, even I am waiting for that because now the thing which is going to come now, oh God, even I don't remember till date. So I don't expect you all to remember much. Penalties and all. Yeah, oh.
I'm just really focusing hard to take it all in and remember it.
Yeah, no worries.
I suck at theory.
Karthik, you are from eastern part of India?
No, ma'am, I'm from Haryana.
You're from?
Haryana.
So your surname is from Haryana only?
Bishnoi.
It comes.
Bishnoi.
Oh, so Bishnoi normally in Haryana and all, they'll be there?
Yes,
Surname?
ma'am. Practically, well, I'm from Rajasthan. My childhood was spent in Rajasthan.
So you're
Then we
Marwadi?
shifted back. Well, you can say Marwadi.
Oh.
I grew up around Marwadi and all that. Then we came into Haryana, and then it all became Jats and that. So I kind of know all both cultures and value both of them.
That's
So
nice.
that's the
That's
stuff.
nice. That's really nice. I think you guys don't have any doubts much. Yeah.
Ma'am, when does it become impossible for a compliance check to be started?
So actually, now, that is something which the income tax department or HMRC states. कि, yeah, maybe within 3 years. Sometimes they will put like 5 years. Within 5 years, the notice can come. So every now and then, na, would depend करता है कि how hard the return is. Yeah. So in India, there is a highest chance of 7 years. Beyond 7 years, income tax can never issue any kind of scrutiny. Yeah. So it depends upon which kind of case it is. Yeah. So that's why they have not mentioned any kinds of date. Yeah. Okay. Any number of year. I think it's okay. Easy. Shall we proceed? Yeah. Now, guys, chalo. They have told to maintain it for so many years. But I was like, yeah, who will maintain? Sure, let's not maintain. Guys, HMRC can issue a penalty. You know how much amount? Nothing much. Only 3,000. Only 3,000 pounds. Yeah, only 3,000 pounds can be the maximum limit. Okay. Guys, so a penalty may be charged for not maintaining sufficient records and failure to maintain any records. So the maximum penalty is only likely to be imposed in most serious cases where it seems that a guy has deliberately destroyed. That, oh, there was something fishy and he destroyed. So guys, this is the maximum penalty. It is likely to be imposed in most serious cases only. Yeah. So you just calculate into with rupees. So you get to know, okay, how rigorous it is.
3
Yeah.
lakhs and
Yeah, 3 lakhs only. Yes. I think, yeah, it's easy. So you were telling me,
Looks
na,
like
Aditya, compliance check. Yeah. Compliance check. So here, compliance check into the self-assessment return. When it is self-assessment tax return, na, means if an individual has put into it, okay, like I have wrote it on my own, okay, this is my tax liability. So here in that case, guys, HMRC has the power and the right to inquire about whether your return is complete and accurate as actually it should have been. If HMRC is not happy, then he can give you notice and he can make a compliance check. So the return notice must be issued within 12 months of the date the return is filed with HMRC. We know, guys, the due date was what? 31st Jan 25, right? But let's say he filed the return on 31st December. And you know, he was sitting on 31st December and he filed the return. And actually he was after party, he just filed the return. And everything was wrong. HMRC got to know. Then within a period of 12 months, HMRC will give a notice. Okay, yeah, we will come and we will do tapas. Yeah, we will just come and we'll check on all lot of things. Okay. So within 12 months, they'll have to give just a notice. Then what they'll do? Will they come and start like there was a movie in India, yeah, that raid. Will they start like destroying all the things? The department? No. Guys, the HMRC, the data will be requested by HMRC. See, by so and so date, please present all your data. The data requested by HMRC should be there within the boundaries. An appeal can be made against the request also. For example, HMRC has made a request and a notice to Aditya. Okay, Aditya, please showcase all your papers. Aditya, if you're not happy, can you appeal? Can you cry in front of someone? Yes. An appeal can also be made against the request which HMRC has given. The compliance check ends once the HMRC notifies that, yeah, it's completed. So nowhere they are writing, HMRC को हम नहीं बोल सकते कि खत्म करो within so and so dates. No. Okay, the taxpayer has 30 days to appeal in writing against any kinds of amendment required by HMRC. Okay, easy, over, simple. Full on, I said, no, Karthik is paying interest. So yeah, Karthik, we have to pay interest. Yeah, because it is a lot of procedural part now. Yes. I hope it's very clear. Now, when it comes to procedure, yeah, that you all have to make a request, you all have to make an appeal. So in that case, guys, procedure for dealing with appeal. So guys, there are two kinds of tier tribunals. Have you heard the word tribunal? First tier and second and upper tier tribunal. Guys, what is tribunal? In short, if I will say court, then it cannot be wrong. So yeah, you can just consider it as a court. Yeah. So in India, if a company is there, yeah, if a company has to file, if I want to file any case against company, I cannot go to civil court. I cannot go to criminal court. I have to go to NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal. So here also, if I want to appeal, there should be some tribunals. which is going to hear our cases. So there will be a tribunal. So guys, if a taxpayer is not happy, yeah, a taxpayer can appeal against the decision taken by HMRC also, that HMRC is unnecessarily imposing a lot of tax. That's not true. If you're not happy, you can file a sue against, like you can go against. Okay, but that's possible only within 30 days of any decision. Most of the appeals are then settled by the decision between HMRC and the tax person. Yeah. Nevertheless, a taxpayer can also opt one of the following ways. Now, for example, here the decision is coming in such a way which, let's say, Aditya is not happy. Now, Aditya is not satisfied with the decision. Then what can he do? He can also request that their case need to be reviewed by some other HMRC officer. Hey, I don't trust this officer. Yeah, this officer is unnecessarily harassing me. Please, I want somebody else to review my case. Yeah, you can request. Yeah, even have their case referred to an independent tax tribunal also. So when I say tax tribunal, guys, tax tribunals is nothing other than an independent body, okay, in which, guys, there will be tax judges and the penal members will be sitting there. So in short, guys, there are two kinds of tribunals. There are two types of tiers. That is two tiers, first tier tribunal and upper level tribunal. First tier means the first stage. If the case and all are not settled in the first tier, then they go to upper one. So just read it once. Yeah, I have never seen this coming in your exams, but still, the first tier tribunal is the first tribunal for most of the issues. It deals with, yeah. I would love if someone reads. Pranav, can you please read this first 4 points?
Yes.
You'll read, yeah, thoda learn ho jata hai, yes.
Yes, ma'am. From the starting.
Yeah, from first tier tribunal, chalega.
Yes, ma'am. The first year tribunal. The first year tribunal is the first terminate. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. You see, I can hear you. But I think not. I can't hear you.
He's frozen, I think.
Yeah. It seems the same. Yeah. Mona, ma'am, you can read?
Yeah. First tier tribunal. The first tier tribunal is the first tribunal for most of the issues. It deals with default paper cases where cases are solved without any hearing, assuming both parties agree. B. Basic cases, which involve the minimal exchange of paperwork in advance of a short hearing. C. Standard cases, which involve more detailed consideration of issues and formal hearing. D. Complex cases, which usually are heard by the upper tier tribunal. If the dispute is not resolved at the first tier level, then the appeal can go to the upper tribunal.
So yeah, in the first case tribunal, now on the first tier tribunal, like if there is any kind of default, if the individual in HMRC, if you find that both the parties are having some issues because they have not heard properly, they are not assuming that both the parties are agreeing it. But if someone is not happy with that, they can refer. Then some basic cases where the paperwork is not proper, or maybe some standard cases on the normal hearings, and sometimes complex also. Like all these cases can be referred to first tribunal through that. But guys, in case if a person is not happy with the first tribunal, he can jump up to the second or the upper tribunal, where the upper tribunal mainly reviews and decides cases from the first tribunal on the point of view. Means the upper level one will be not seeing it for the first time. Rather, he'll be giving a review on his point of view about what is been already decided in the first tribunal. Upper tribunal deals in a complex cases which requires specialist knowledge and formal hearing. The hearing of upper tribunal is held in public, important, and the decisions are also published so that it becomes like a reference for individuals. Yeah. And the decisions of the upper tribunal can be appealed against if you're not happy. Okay. If you're not happy with the upper tribunal also, then the decisions of the upper tribunals can be appealed at the Court of Appeal, provided the grounds of appeal are at the point of law and not at the point of facts. It's based on the point of law. Only then you can just go in case more than that also. It's okay, guys. Full on type law, which is not required. Yeah. Girls and boys, yeah, easy. Over, clear. I think no doubts so far. Yeah. Yeah, let's not make the theory more boring, yeah. Okay, chalo. Shall I go ahead? Guys?
Mhm.
Oh God, guys, now what is this? What is this? Penalties. Yeah. Guys, here again, there are a lot of penalties. There are definitely a lot of penalties which you have to go ahead with. Guys, late payment and interest and penalties. Guys, what is the meaning of late payment, interest, and penalties? So we know the due date is 31st Jan 25, right? Yeah. In case if you're dealing and purposefully or by mistake, if you're making it delay, at that moment, guys, they are charging you some standard penalties. So HMRC has standardized some penalties across the different kinds of offenses. So the standard penalty applies in two cases. Where will they charge you penalty? Where will they penalize you? In case, guys, if you're submitting incorrect return, either by mistake or either janbujke. So normally, if you're making a mistake, which is genuine, arey yaar, shit, instead of 50,000, I wrote 50,200 or something like I wrote 50,000 0050 or sorry. Sometimes it happens like that also. Yeah, it was something like that 55,500. And what I wrote 50,550 something which makes that yeah, it was not something which was purposefully made. See, if it's a genuine mistake, no penalty. If it's a genuine mistake, they won't charge penalty. Penalty is not charged. But guys, if it's not a genuine mistake, it's because you guys were either careless or either deliberately or something like that. I'll teach you. Or guys, yeah, they can ask a penalty based on what? Second part? Failure to notify the liability means you were supposed to tell to HMRC that acha, you had a liability of income tax, CGT, cooperation tax, VAT, NIC. But aapne nahi bataya. Then they will charge penalties. Now here, the penalty is mostly calculated on the percentage of potential lost revenue. Means they will penalize you. How much loss HMRC is feeling now? Because you are not showing an income. On that penalty, they will add these kinds of percentages. Now, guys, what is these kinds of percentages? The very first thing, guys. For the very first thing, can you see the three headings? Acha. If I ask you guys, do you have to, what do you think? Do you have to learn this pro forma? Do you have to learn this pro forma? What do you think in your exams? Guys, good news, need not learn. Thank God. Now I'll show you. I'll go to home page. Yeah. In the home page only, guys, I have kept that in the first chapter itself. You can see in the end. Yeah, ekdam at the end, you will be finding it out that they have already provided us with this. Ayo, it's not there. Or I have deleted. This is the penalties. Yeah. Standard penalties for errors. So guys, there were three words. Can you see in your books? Yeah. It was written from down. Carelessness is written. Then deliberately but not concealed, and deliberate and concealed. Yeah, like that it is given. Some rates are also given. Okay. Now I'll teach you what is the meaning of this. So yeah, I am very happy because this percentage now who will remember, right? Already we have so much things to learn. So we have to learn the penalties. No. Guys, if an individual has made some mistake because of his genuineness, so no penalty. Genuine mistakes, no penalty. But guys, if he made a mistake which is because of his carelessness, then they're telling guys the minimum penalty for unprompted disclosure is 0%. Means unprompted disclosure means the HMRC didn't prompt. Yeah, this is a mistake. Then it's okay. But guys, HMRC gave you hint. There is a mistake. They have prompted. Minimum is 15. Double is 30. Maximum is 30. Okay. Second, deliberate but not concealed. Who can explain me the meaning of this English word? Deliberate but not concealed. What is deliberate but not concealed? Deliberate but not concealed.
You deliberately fail to inform or notify, but you did not hid it from the
Exactly.
tax authority.
You have did it not by mistake. It's not a mistake. It's something which is purposefully you did it. But
Mm,
you didn't want it to hide it. Yeah, there is no
mm,
concealment. You wanted to maybe make some fraud, but it wasn't something that you were hiding it behind something. So guys, at the
mm,
time, minimum penalty is 20. If it's prompted, then 35 and double it is 70.
mm.
Deliberately also you did it and you tried to conceal also. Bro, you're done. Minimum is 30, 50 and double 100. So guys, this is something which you all have to, like, not to learn it, but yeah, just have to go ahead with. That's all.
Mm.
Easy? That's good, na? Something is given to you in your tax rates.
Ma'am,
Anji? Yes, ma'am?
what is the meaning of unprompted disclosure?
So yeah, unprompted disclosure means you can understand that. Sometimes what happen, if you're making some mistake, yeah, don't you think HMRC gives you a mail? Oh, there is some mistake. Means something is prompted. Kuch to prompt hua hai. But yeah, you didn't got anything and you by mistake only or you yourself only told. Prompted means it was already told by HMRC, still you are making mistake. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, chalo. Just go through it and tell me if you guys have any kinds of doubts so far.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
in unprompted disclosure, aren't we allowed to change our tax figures for 5 years? 4 to 5 years, I don't. Which we learned earlier.
Sorry, I didn't understood, yeah?
In unprompted disclosure,
Hmm.
aren't we allowed to change our tax figures for 4 years?
No, not at all.
Or
If you
12
want to,
months?
no, only 12 months. Yes, yes, Mickey, yes.
Yes,
Because you have an option. Yeah, you can amend your return within a period of 12 months. If
ma'am.
it's not prompted and if you got to know that, yeah, this is something which you feel it's incorrect, you can definitely amend your return for an initial period of 12 months. Yeah.
And if it's also prompted, we can change our tax figures in 12 months. Is it?
You can change it. You have to amend it. But if it's already prompted, na, so sometimes they'll take the penalty. Ab actually hota kya hai, I'll tell you. See, see, actually, na, I'll give you one basic understanding. Yeah. Normally, the case happens like this. Okay, I am giving you, see, I am giving you certain answer. Okay. Let's say I am telling you something. Now I know, or maybe I don't know. But I am given an option. Okay, if I want to confess anything, I can confess in 12 months. Let's just imagine if I want to confess something to my parents, I can do it. But guys, just imagine before 12 months, they got to know about my boyfriend. Yeah, then to I'll get the penalty. Yeah. So it was already told. किसी और से पता चलने से पहले you only tell. Yeah, it's like that way. Before somebody else says, before HMRC figure it out, it's better you tell. Otherwise, if HMRC figured it out, then to something penalty you have to take. Yeah. Understood? Yeah.
Yes,
That happens. Yes. I hope it's clear.
Ma'am, if
Yeah.
after 12 months we identify that we want to amend the return, so how can we do it?
So who is asking me this?
Neha.
Okay, Neha. Actually, are you working actually in India for the tax returns?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not for tax return.
Okay. Now you're not working for tax returns, huh? So in India, na, actually there is a concept which is known as, beta, that word, let me come. Condonation. Yes. So we have to request condonation of delay. So I'll have to request them. And you know what? There is some portion of time. Uske baad you can never amend, you can never file the return also. So that's fine.
Okay.
There is a due date. Otherwise, gone. Then HMRC will do whatever love and whatever he wants to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there will be certain days, and after that, you can't even change. Okay. Now, incorrect returns results in an understatement of the individual's tax liability. If you are like hiding something, your statement will be different. No reasonable steps are taken to notify to HMRC. A separate penalty will be charged for an error of incorrect return. It includes, for example, if you are deliberately supplying the false information, you are deliberately holding any information, not even telling them, you are trying to inflate the losses so that you pay less taxes, inflating or allowing more allowances, inflating the repayment, submitting incorrect returns. Guys, these are the incorrect returns. Huh? These all are the incorrect returns. You should not do it like this. You have to file it in correct way. And lastly, guys, oh God, I'm so sorry, I can't teach you this. Yeah, but you have to just learn it. Yeah. There is no mnemonic for that. Penalties for late return. Guys, you have to learn it. Guys, what is my due date till which I have to file the return? 31st Jan 25? Yeah. After due date, between 0 to 3 months. Means between Jan, Feb, March and April. Guys, if till April, till 30 April, if you filed, then £100 will be a fixed penalty because 3 months ka delay. It's already delayed, yeah? Yes? Or after due date, anything you're paying it £100. Then guys, 3 months late. Okay, if it's more 3 months late, I can say, okay, after due date, any date if you're paying 100, so they will take only. 100 so they will take only. Plus guys, if it till 30 April, na, they will take £100, that's for sure. Plus they will take daily penalty of £10 into maximum 90 days because it's 3 months delay. Wait, I'll give you one easy picture for that. Just a minute, huh? I have an easy picture for that. So that will make it more easy. Failure to maintain late interest. Just give a second. Yeah. Guys, 0 to 3 months. Can you see this? Is it easy for us to know this? I'll just make it big. Can you see this? Yeah. Guys, if there is a delay of 0 to 3 months, 0 to 3 months means 31st Jan, yeah? After that, 3 months, 0 to 3 months, £100 is a penalty. Okay. Then 3 to 6 months, guys, 3 to 6 months, up to £10 per day in addition to 100. So here, 100 to will be there plus 10 into 3 months also. Yeah, whatever 90 days. If it's 6 months to 12 months delay, yeah, then above penalties will be there plus higher of £300 and 5% of the tax due to the relevant year. See, you can see here. Here. Yeah. If there is a delay of 6 months late. 6 months late means what, guys? If there is a delay between 6 to 12 months, £100 will be there plus daily £10 into 90 days plus 5% of the tax due, minimum £300. Yeah. See, you'll have to learn only. You'll have to learn only. And this is very easy. Last, if it is more than 12 months, you late it, you have made a delay, all the above 3 penalties will be there. Means 0 to 3 months also, 3 to 6 months also, 6 to 12 months also you have to pay. Along with that, this also you have to pay. There is minimum 5%. Yeah, this additional 5% also you have to pay. Along with that, guys, if it is not deliberate or concealed, whatever it is, 70% or 100%, depends. So you can see this. Yeah. See, if it is not deliberate, not purposefully, higher of this £300 or 5%. This is the max, huh? But guys, deliberate but not conceal, not try to hide it, then this is the limit. £300 or 70% of the tax due. So guys, this 70% and 100% we have learned, na, concealed, then this is the maximum liability or maximum penalty. So guys, if you want to, please write now, please note now this. If you want to write it, please note it down in your books somewhere. So which makes it easy for you all. Yeah. I don't know whether it is visible or not. Wait, huh? Can you see this? Can you all see this? Yeah,
Yes,
guys?
ma'am.
Yeah, please write now. This is actually taken from ATX, but I have the proforma, which I like this proforma a lot. Means which it makes me feel easy. So accordingly, please write it now. So this is something you'll have to learn only. No other option. Someone is feeling so sleepy. Oh God, today. Yeah, Isha, I'm telling it to you only.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So do we need to, for the exam, memorize this pro forma, or is it also provided?
No, ma'am, this is something which you'll have to memorize. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever will be provided now, that I will make sure I will tell it prior only. Yeah. Because I don't want you all to memorize all these kinds of stuff. But yeah, any which ways, yeah, this we have to learn it.
Ma'am, in 6 to 12 months, they are saying the above penalties
Plus
plus
higher
the
of.
higher of. So,
Yeah.
ma'am, above penalties means which month? Which one? 0 to 3 or 3 to 6?
Yes. Okay, I'll tell you now. Now I'll make it easy, yeah. But 0 to 3 months means, let's say, for example, the due date is, let's say, 31st Jan, right? 25. If you're filing it till which date? Till, let's say, Feb, March and April. Till the April end, if you're paying it, yeah, £100 you have to pay. But let's say 3 to 6 means May, June, July, August, September, October. Till October, if you're paying it, you have to pay 100 plus, let's say, here the difference will be, let's say, some 3 months means 90 days. So 90 days into £100 means 100 plus 900. Oh God. So here it will be £1,000. The worst part, if it is somewhere between 6 to 12 months, let's say, it is getting ended by this, what we can say, Jan. Then after 6 months, but between 12 months, above penalties means £100 also plus £1,000 also plus higher of both. Let's say the tax liability is, let's say, £500 or £5,000 into 5%. Either this or this, whichever is higher. So it will be 250 or 300, which is higher. So plus 300. Yeah. Okay, I can make you one more thing to write. Yeah, just write it. This I'll help you out. Yeah.
Ma'am, can you repeat this once again? Because I got
Yeah.
disconnected.
Yeah. First I'll write. Yeah, I'll explain you with one more thing. I just got it. Yeah, but with that way I can make it feel it more easy. I can make you learn that. Karthik, it's not theory. You're liking it now.
So what you can say.
Okay.
Not that much of right now. I'm just waiting for tomorrow, and I will be like, yes,
Yeah.
numbers are my play.
The penalty for 6 to 12 months and 12 months plus, which is not deliberate, is the penalty same. That's one thing.
Yes. Yeah, it's same. Yeah, both these things and this is same. Yeah. No, you can say the penalty is same, but bacha, that is not the total amount, huh? Please don't make mistake. Guys, in addition to above penalty means this full penalty to you have to take. Plus this also. Though this is same, but this is in addition, huh? Aditya.
Just to remember, I just pointed
Yeah.
out.
Just
You have to
remember
add
that's
above. Yes.
Okay, now I can like help you out with one other thing. Yeah. If you can see this. Okay, what I'll do now, I'll just make it small so that we can learn. We can write something here. Okay, in this case, yeah. See, 0 to 3 months now. 0 to 3 months means what? By the end of, okay, Jan. So, Feb, March and April. In between any months, if you're filing it, you have to pay flat £100 penalty. But let's say if you're paying something between 3 to 6 months, means April, no, May, June, July. Is it so? Yeah. Till July, if you're paying it, guys, May, June, July means initial from that day, 3 months to 6 months. Guys, then you have to pay £100 plus 10 into 90. Just learn it. So 100 plus 900 you have to pay. Okay. Yes. But if you're paying 6 to 12 months, 6 to 12 months means August, September, October, November, December, Jan. Till that date, if you're paying it, so whole 12 months. In that case, if you're paying, guys, you should pay 100 plus 1000 plus either 300 or 5%, whatever it is. Then after 12 months means what? The whole penalties means whatever you have calculated for the 12th month, that 12th month one plus these kinds of penalties. 300 of 5%, 70 or 100, whatever it is. Got it? Now, understood?
Can you
Ma'am?
repeat the part?
Yes.
Ma'am, why did we add 100 in the 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, because, beta, can you see this word? Yeah, till here na it is the
Yes, ma'am.
above penalties, right? The above penalties plus higher. So above means, guys, एक simple बात पूछूं आपको? Yeah, I'll just write it one simple thing. Now you will understand when I teach this. Okay. Shall we? Now, guys, here, guys, 0 to 3 months means what? Already 3 months is late, right? 3 months is late. So £100 you have to pay. Guys, 6 months to 9 months, 6 months to, sorry, 3 months to 6 months means what, guys? Tell me. Actually, how
6
much is
months
late?
late.
Actually,
6
6 months late. But they are telling you these 3 months to 6 months penalty is £10 into 90 days. So that you will take. Plus initial 3 months, you will take the same. So 3 months plus this 3 months. So £100 plus 900. Now got it?
Yes, ma'am. But that
Happy?
already makes it
6 to
1,000.
12 months. So what?
That already makes it 1,000. Now we have already added 100. So why are we adding 100 to 1,000 again?
Why am I adding 100 to 1,000 again? No. Acha, that I'm adding it for 6 months, bacha. 6 to 12 months. I'm coming now. 6 to 12 months. 6 to 12 months, bacha. What is the penalty? The penalty is £300 or 5% of the tax. That too you will add. But bacha, this is only 6 to 12 months penalty. You have to come from 0 to 6 also, na? So 0 to 6, how we will come? You will add this 100 also. Plus you will add this. Okay. Now I got it. Oh, my
Yes,
bad.
ma'am.
Yes, my bad. Yeah, here totally I have added. So I have to actually add it only 900. Yeah. So this is an accumulated balance, right? Till 6 months. Yeah. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you wanted to say that, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'll just write it 1,000. Yes?
Yes.
Got it? Everyone? So fine. I'll just delete, yeah, whatever I have wrote it, any which ways. You just have to keep it into your mind. Maybe, yeah, sometimes they might ask you in some kind of MCQs, maybe not. Yeah. Okay. And the last part is penalties for late payment. Oh God. If there is a penalty also, guys, for late payment. If you're paying late, guys, can't do anything. More than 1 month, if you're paying late, 5%. More than 6 months, additional 5%. More than 12 months, additional 5%. Means 5%, 10% and 15% respectively. That's all. Just go into details. Just go through it. Tell me if there is any doubt. Easy? Yeah. So mostly, na guys, I have completed till here, yeah. So yes, my dear students, we have finally, yes. So guys, yeah. finally, we have completed the initial part. If you can see in your notes, this is the first part of admin part of individuals. Yeah, this is the first part of individuals. Guys, do you want me to even take for companies also right now? Do you want me to take for companies also right now? Okay, I'm not getting any answer.
How big that is,
Yes.
ma'am?
Sorry?
Like, is it too big, that company part? Was it just a
Uh,
small chunk? So if it is small, we can do it. Otherwise, let's just leave it for.
Can you take it tomorrow? Because my
okay.
teacher is working
No,
good.
no, no. Now I will tell you one thing. Actually, see, this is a stuff which has been organized by the Zell, but I never take this part together because individuals and companies are completely different. If I go together, yeah, you will be chucked up very badly. जितना आता है वो भी भूल जाओगे. So let's first do one thing. We have learned the overall stuff now of individuals. So let's do beautiful questions for individuals. Let's study everything individuals. And then when we will be starting with the cooperation tax now, at the time I will teach you what is company, what is their due dates and all. Yeah, I'll take it tomorrow only. Yeah. Pranav, it's fine. Yeah. Actually, I'm not going to take this chapter now ahead. So you can just go through it once. See. Can you see here? Yeah. This about the individuals. Yeah. In your books also, you would see everything about individuals. You have taken it. Now, here, everything is about companies. So, guys, when we see companies, yeah, see that 12 months return is different. Later on, what is the files? What is the due date? Guys, it's small, but guys, I'm telling you, it's definitely different. It's definitely different. So, I really don't want to take that. I really don't want to take that right now. Yes. But what we can do is, we can just recap. For the companies, let's not do. Okay, now can we do this recap? Now everyone knows this, yeah? If an individual pays income tax and class 4 NICs, oh, it's not working properly, Pranav. Okay. Guys, then what is the due dates? What is the first installment? Tell me for income tax and NIC. What is the first installment? First NIC you will pay when?
Jan 24.
Very good. Second installment?
31st July 24.
Third installment or the balancing payment?
31st Jan 25.
Superb. Yeah. Anything for CGT and class 2, only one payment you have to make on 31st Jan 25. Yes? So guys, if you want, you can correct it in your books. So that much things we have learned it. So guys, filing dates. If it's paper return, 31st October. Yeah. If it's manual returns or like electronic form, then it's going to be 31st Jan. Yeah, 31st Jan. So guys, you need to retain it for how many period? Normally we know. If you're doing a business, you have to retain it for, don't you remember? 5 years? Yeah. So till 31st Jan 2030. But if it's a normal person, normally 12 months. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. Okay. If a person wants to claim, he can claim it in 4 years. You remember 4 years? So 5th Jan 2028. We have completed all these dates. Yes. Yeah, then it's cool. Yeah? This much it's fine. Fine. Yeah, easy. It's okay. Chalo, it's okay. I'll just keep it till here only because I don't want you all to like get confused with the companies. So guys, till here, was it easy? Till here, was it easy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Definitely. Okay. Now, students, I don't want to leave you all right now. Yeah. So I was planning, yeah, okay, let's just see anything about chapter number 2. Do you want to see chapter number 2? Don't say no, huh? No is not an answer. Definitely no is not an answer, guys. So tell me, yeah, how was the session? Was it fine? I said Paras not to say this. Don't say no. So he's writing no again. Paras, not good, huh? Okay. So, yeah, what to do then? I don't want to like, oh, wait. Okay. So no worries. Though you will say no, but I have to give you a hint. Okay, about what are we going to learn it tomorrow? So let's just go with the basic flow that guys tomorrow, we will be starting it with a question which is going to be there in your section number C. Yes. So when it comes to section number C, I love the most because I love the pro forma. I love the calculations. So we will be having some kinds of income tax and NIC's liability. So bacha, when it comes to income tax, yeah, when it comes to income tax, please tell me, individual earns income from which kinds of sources? I need the sources. I'll be writing you. Tell me the sources. Fatafat, tell me the sources. Huh?
Salaries, wages,
Yeah,
Job.
salaries, wages.
profit.
So I will write now the name changed. You will never say salary. You will never say wages. What will you say? Employment, income. Correct. Guys, if you're doing a business profession, what you will say the name is?
Self-employment.
Very good. Who said that? Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah. So I'll write here self-employment or self-employment. So guys, in the self-employment, what do you get, guys? Do you get income?
Profit.
You get profits. Correct. Any other source of income?
Investment income.
Okay. Investment income. Will I get interest on that? Yes. By investment, will I get dividend? Yes. Great. Guys, any other source of income?
Property income.
Rental.
Can I write property
Rent.
income or rental income? Yes. Okay. So here, these are some basic incomes which I have wrote. Now, students, when you will be coming ahead, yeah, you will be learning that, guys, incomes are highly bifurcated into 3 parts. You know what, guys? The income, yeah, from neighbor cricket directly to IPL sections. ये क्या था? What is that?
We
Oh
are
God, I'm
starting
getting.
directly section C, so I'm comparing it कि
Ah,
गली क्रिकेट से सीधा आईपीएल खिलवाने के लिए लेके जा रहे हो.
मैं वही सोच रही गली से क्रिकेट आईपीएल है बस गो गॉट व्हाट हैपेंड. Okay, yeah. See, I'll tell you, I'm giving you a biggest hint now. If you learn section C now, you will learn automatically section A and section B. क्या छोटू छोटू पढ़ने का मस्त, you have to read it everything, yeah. Now guys, when it is income, right? The incomes are divided into 3 categories. The income are divided into 3 categories. You know what? 3 categories? NS, S, D. That's known as non-saving income, saving income, and dividend income. Now, guys, what is non-saving income? Means the income that you have derived all the way from doing khoon pasina mehnat. That means any income that you have derived by doing any kinds of hard work. So, guys, the income that you have derived by doing some work, that's non-saving. Saving means what? You have some money, you're just putting in the money, and in dividend income is something that you're receiving in dividend. That means if an individual gets interest, it is his saving income. If an individual gets dividend, it is his dividend income. But if an individual does hard work doing job, it is his non-saving income. Individual doing business, it is non-saving income. If an individual has a property, that means he would have worked so hard. उसने घर बनाया होगा तभी तो उसको रेंट पे दिया है. So guys, even that's a non-saving income. Okay, in that, guys, we do have pension income also. Pension means, what do you think? Which will be the income? Will it be saving, non-saving, or dividend? What do you think?
Non-saving.
Saving.
Think. Pension income. Just imagine,
Savings.
from where have you derived? Guys, it's a non-saving. Because you were doing job, आपने पाई बचाया है. Oh, so that's a non-saving income. Now here, why am I showing you this? Because guys, this is a beautiful pro forma which ACCA puts for us. But this is a basic pro forma. If I teach you basic pro forma, you will be okay with that. First, let's see the basic pro forma. When I see the basic pro forma, you have this in your books. Yeah, it's the first chapter. Yeah, page number something 22 for y'all. Yeah. Guys, don't even open the book. It's okay. I'm just giving you an overview. That's all. Guys, you have to add all the incomes. Then you have to see whether this income is exempt. Achha, whether this is allowed. Can I book it as a minus kharcha relief? Then reduce that. So guys, all the incomes are added. Can you see that? Trading income. Trading means business income. Employment income, doing job. Property income. rental income or pension income, the total is known as what? Non-saving income. Because here you have did a hard work and earned this income. Correct? Yeah. Then we have, guys, saving income, which will be in the form of interest. That is building society interest. There is some interest, bank interest, saving income. Then, guys, I have dividend income. I have to add it. So, guys, if I add all these three incomes, I will get a TI, that is known as total income. I get a TI, which is known as total income. Now, guys, on this total income, will I pay tax? Guys, no. Always remember there are two incomes, total income, and there is a word which is known as taxable total income. So taxable total income means that income on which it is liable to be taxed. Okay. So out of the total income, you will get some reliefs. Then it will become your net income. Then you will get some PA, some allowances. And then this total income becomes the taxable total income on which an individual will put some kinds of percentage of liability and he'll be paying taxes. So guys, this is a basic pro forma how you all normally write. Okay. But as per ACCA and as per I prefer, yeah, we will be seeing what actually question asks. We normally calculate in this fashion. Can you see? I love this pro forma a lot. In that, na, bacha, what they're doing it, they're just taking the total. They're in the heading only they're writing like that. Guys, something have been messed up. Something have been messed up. Just go through it, guys. The total should be over here. Yeah. This was a dividend. This was a savings. And this is a non-savings. Okay. So you can just go through it. First, guys, non-saving income means if I'm having any kind of profit, I'll add here. I'll add it in the total also. Okay. Total mein bhi wo aayega income. Employment income here also. Pension here also. Property income here also. If I'm having a kind of saving income, so it will be added here also and in the total also. Dividend income here also and total also. Correct? Any doubts? No, na? Ha. Then guys, what I get the total income. Out of the total income, if I'm having any relief, I'll get that relief. Then I get net income. After getting net income, what happens, guys? I have to minus the allowances. After allowance, now this is my favorite income, which is known as taxable income. On this total taxable income, I put some kind of percentage, appropriate rates. I get the tax liability. And already if my tax is deducted, you know that PAYE, pay, wo minus ho jayega, and finally I'll get what? The income tax payable. And this is the ultimate pro forma for the whole 10 marks, 8 marks, 5 marks, 12 marks. इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं होता. And that's known as, guys, computation of income. Computation of income. I know I'll be providing you this also, so need not worry. I don't think that you are like having a fear now. I think it's cool, right? It's very easy. I'm telling you, it's very easy. Section number C, yeah. Okay, so you will be liking it, huh? Bacha, in this whole sum, you can see there are a lot of questions. I have taken it from ACCA Study Hub. Yeah. So the material that you have, the material which I'll provide will be a bit different. Yeah, because I have taken some kinds of questions also for us to practice more. Okay. Because even I love practicals more. I just don't like theory at all. I'm not at all a theory person. Yeah. So Karthik, आपको अच्छा लगेगा. Fine. So this is what I showed you just to compensate today's theory. Mala maaf kara, I can't do anything when it is theory. I didn't want it to harass you all, but when it comes to theory, I don't have any other choice. Yeah. Cool. Okay, guys, do you have any kinds of doubts for today? For today, any kinds of doubts? Or so far the things are great? Things are fine? Okay. Then I think, yeah, then definitely I won't take it much. We can definitely meet it tomorrow and we can have a lot of questions also tomorrow. So tomorrow, guys, yeah, come, or like any which ways you guys are coming on time only. So that's not an issue. Come out, come live tomorrow. We'll enjoy tomorrow. Definitely we'll have a lot of questions. We'll have fun. And every question will have something new trick. Yeah. So we need to know that. So yeah, I am actually eagerly waiting for tomorrow's session, guys. Yeah. Let's come tomorrow. Okay. Then yeah, good. Okay, guys. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks,
Thank you,
Paras.
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank
No
you,
doubts,
ma'am.
no?
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye. See ya. Take care.